I think if we're really going to challenge his powers, I want to see what it's like to put down a whole herd of bison. Wow, this is an impressive dog. You must be Bronze.
You got it, yeah.
Pleased to meet you. Kanzawa sensei, pleased to meet you. I understand that you have the power to put any animal to sleep using only the power of your mind. Is that correct?
Yes, any animal.
Wow, okay. And how do you do this?
I use my hand, which I call the healing hand.
Okay.
Through the power of chi, I can put any animal to sleep.
Kanzawa's claim is a bold one, and I can't think of a better challenge than to see if he can put down this big, excitable dog into a trance.
Bronze, you know Errol pretty well. He's more active than he is lethargic. What do you reckon to being able to put him to sleep in the next few minutes?
You know, that'd be pretty remarkable. Does he know what kind of dog he's messing with?
Kanzawa starts to use his healing hand. When he first lies down, I'm pretty sure it's just because we're all standing around. But then his eyes start to droop, and it's hard to deny that something seems to be happening.
Wow, I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but there's certainly been an effect. You know him best, though. What do you think? Is this normal behavior?
Yeah, Errol doesn't go to bed till dark. Yeah, he doesn't lay around ever.
Really?
No, he's a very hyperactive dog.
That was weird. I'm not sure I quite understand what I've just seen. Errol went from being an alert and active dog to looking like he was falling asleep. It's a shame I can't ask Errol to explain exactly how he felt. But how does Kanzawa claim to have this effect?
I feel a feedback, a connection with the animal through my hand. There's nothing going on in my mind. I just move my hand back and forth and then stop. And that's the whole process for the exchange of chi.
Sensei wants me to experience the effect firsthand, so he turns his healing hand on me.
My hands feel really heavy now. There's quite a sort of throbbing, not quite pins and needles, but wow, this is really peculiar. It's almost like when you push two magnets together and they want to force themselves apart, you can feel some sort of force.
I'm beginning to understand what the dog might have been feeling.
If I'm completely honest, I'm pretty gobsmacked. In fact, even now, I'm still feeling this strange sensation in my hands.
That was incredible. However, tricks like this on humans are an age-old business. I think the real challenge to Kanzawa's claim will be to see how he fares against a much wilder animal.
I think if we're really going to challenge his powers, I want to see what it's like to put down a whole herd of bison.
To push Kanzawa, we're doing this in the late afternoon. This is the perfect grazing time for bison and when they're at their most active. Through the trees, I can make out 5 in the group. While Bronze keeps a watchful eye on his safety, Kanzawa gets to work. It's not long until we start to see results.
Kanzawa's been working now for a few minutes. 2 of the bison have sat down.
Kanzawa seems to be focusing in on the individuals still standing, trying to get the last few down. It looks like Kanzawa is close to succeeding, but he doesn't want to give up just yet, so he moves in closer. It looks like the last bison has laid down. Kanzawa heads back to the group. Amazingly, as soon as he walks away, the bison stand back up. I'm satisfied that Kanzawa has achieved what he set out to, but I'm keen to know what Jason thinks.
Well, science is the process of trying to answer questions that aren't answered yet. And if something like this appears to be real, that would suggest that there is indeed some sort of trance-like state coming over these animals, then science presumably should say, how do we figure this out? We haven't asked this question before.